My friends, I had to sit down for this one. I mean, I'm not really doing anything wild by doing this comparison video, so why does it feel so wrong? I don't know, but I'll tell you what sparked all of this. I was having a conversation recently about impulse responses and how integral it is to the sound of guitar and bass tone this day and age. It's not really a huge reason to set up guitar cabs when you have the perfect captures of them in impulse form, unless you grew up with a background that did that. But this led me to another question. Does the amp matter more than the cabinet when it comes to tone? And to answer that question, I wanted to do something I don't think we've ever done before on this channel. Pull out some of the amp sims from other companies that people are always saying that I should try. Neural DSP, Mercuriall, TSE, Waves PRS models. Maybe STL tones. I'm not sure if I could bypass the cabs or not, but I'll check. So besides using our own amp sims, I'm going to be putting some others to the test and seeing how much of a difference they can make with the impulses from our new Conquer All 5-pack. By the end of this video, you'll finally know what matters more, the amp or the cabinet. So what's happening, fam? Miami here with JST, and I have a lot of downloading to do. I've been really into the idea of doing this sort of video for a while, but there's some kind of taboo around liking another company's products. But I never personally felt that way. We all have our strengths and live by our mission statements. Like, I publicly said that I think Mercuriall makes the best emulations of amps, and why not? We don't even make emulations here, we make all-in-one tone solutions to get you from point A to point B. Like, forget an emulation for a second, right? Bear with me. I could give you my JCM 800 with a vintage Marshall cab, V30s, a SM57 paired with an MD 421 or Royer 121, some top of the line pre's, and the tone could still be terrible if you don't know what you're doing. I'm really excited to try these out too, and then to see if we end up with something that sounds wildly different. If you love what you hear throughout these demos, make sure to subscribe to JST Impulse Response Pack updates by clicking the link in the description below for a chance to win a bunch of cool stuff from our giveaway, including a mystery guitar that I guarantee you'll drool over, and to be one of the only people that get Joey's secret stash of free impulses that Joey has used in sessions with Chunk No Captain Chunk, Attila, Attack, Conquer Divide, and more. I'll actually be using one of these in the audio demos. Never before have these ever been released, and I saw a comment from someone earlier that tried them, and I'm glad that they jumped on it. These will not be available for purchase, so get them now or miss out. So let's get into our first one, Neural DSP. Y'all be hyping up Neural DSP, so let's mess with that and see what's up. I'm gonna be real, I haven't really used any of their stuff besides Corey Wong, and that Dark Glass plugin a while back. I actually did the review for that when I was with Gear Gods. Man, I was not always good on camera. The glow up is real. But I'm gonna check out Gojira because first, I dig them as a band, and two, it came out around the same time as Toneforge Jeff Loomis, and I remember wanting to mess with it. So let's take a listen. So I'm gonna test this out against Toneforge Jeff Loomis. This will be our first test of, is it the amp or is it the cab? So a little about Toneforge Jeff Loomis that made it extremely special was adding the dynamic section to the amp. It kind of replaced my need to always reach for C4 afterwards and help keep my subs in check. Meanwhile, I'm checking my subs and half the people watching this video haven't subscribed yet. So hit that subscribe button, notification bell, and like button because my transition game is still crazy. Back to Toneforge Jeff Loomis. It was also the introduction of JST Skybox, which is one of the best reverbs out in my opinion, but we won't really be using that today. Let's mess around with this and then see what the AB looks like, right? I'm curious about how you guys felt about that comparison. I'm gonna save my thoughts until the end of the video. Then we can have a good old-fashioned discussion. But why stop there? Let's add another heavy hitter, STL tones. I have some experience with STL tone stuff and they make awesome things for sure. Def aimed more so at a wide variety of tonal options, but I think my issue is I always ended up having analysis paralysis, sifting through tons of tones and things and going back and forth on deciding what I wanted. Definitely aimed at those that have a lot of time to decide what they want. Well, at least in the Tone Hub and Amp Hub stuff. I think the Will Putney and Howard Benson one-off ones make more sense for my kind of workflow. Now that we've had a chance to listen to us dial something in here, let's do that comparison again, but add STL tones to it. I think this is a testament to how far plugins have come. Once again, I'm gonna hold my thoughts until the end, but I do wanna bring in another that's a bit of an underdog, Mercuriall. As I've said before, I've always loved what this company does. Whenever I didn't want to use my JCM 800, I would pop on Mercuriall Spark and couldn't really hear much of a difference. Really good people too. I've talked to a couple of the guys over there and I just really enjoy their energy. So let's dial in something with one of their sims as well. And why stop there? Let's do an A-B or A-B-C-D, if you will, of these 4 products. Actually, let's throw in a couple more. I don't have time to dial in tones and stuff, but we're gonna add Waves PRS and TSC to the mix. So I ask all of you now, what is more important, the head or the cab? What makes all these sims different? The features, my friends. Pay attention to the features that the sim has because that will let you know what makes the most sense for your workflow. Do you want something that sounds mix ready? Do you want something that sounds like a raw amplifier? Do you want an octave pedal or a built-in dynamic comp? Maybe you're a fan of the signature artist and want their tone to be in your hands with a click of a button. All of these factors matter, and yes, the gain EQ knobs on the amp are going to be different, but when you have quality cabinets, you're more than halfway there. And you can have some of those for free right now from songs that have millions of views and listens. I would have died for this stuff 5 years ago. Y'all be slacking. So what made more of a difference? Amp or cabs? Talk about it in the comments below and I will chat with you fine people like I always do. If you're an engineer on the come up, give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, you only have to do it one time, and tap that bell for notifications so when a video drops, you know the location. Till next time, I am out of here. Mic drop, except as engineers we know, I'd never really drop this thing, because that get really expensive, even if it is a piece of shirt. Later.